Assalamu alaikum everyone. Happy 17th Rabiul Awwal. Yes, today is the birthday of our sixth Imam. And who is our sixth Imam? He is called al-Sadiq, the truthful one. So let's get started. A long time ago in a holy city of Medina, there lived a very special man. His name was Jafar ibn Muhammad, the great grandson of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, the sixth Imam of the Ahlulbayt. On this special occasion, we are going to talk about Imam as a teacher. Many of you already knew the birth history and how amazing our Imam is. But today, I want to learn something new about our sixth Imam. So, I decided why not learn about his amazing students. Since Imam Sadiq alayhi salam was known all over the world as a teacher of both faith and science. When he became Imam, people from all over the world came to learn from him. His house became like a big school. There, he taught how to worship Allah and follow the Quran, how to discover the knowledge of the world about medicine, chemistry, astronomy, and mathematics. More than 4,000 students came to learn from him. Let's talk about students who stayed loyal to Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam and helped preserve his teachings rather than those who later found independent school of laws. I want to take a pause here and I want to ask you, let's see if you know the names of those who learned from Imam but made their independent school of law. Write the name in the comment section. Alright, let's meet some of most famous students of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam and see how they carried the light of his knowledge. Let's talk about the scientist. Yes, Jabir ibn Hayyan. One of Imam's brightest students was Jabir ibn Hayyan. Imam taught him about chemistry, medicines, and stars. Jabir loved doing experiments and wrote many books. Even today, people remember him as a father of chemistry. The next is the young debater, Hashim ibn al-Hakam. Hashim was young, but he was very smart and brave. He used to ask so many questions, so Imam taught him how to use logic and wisdom. When people tried to argue against Islam, Hashim stood up and defended the truth with confidence. Do you know, there is another student who learned about nature. His name was Mufaddal ibn Umar. He was so curious about so many things like us, like you guys. How many of you think that how the system of this nature work? How sky is not falling and what's inside the earth? And how the human body works. So, because he was so curious about those things, so Imam explained to him how everything in this world, the sky, the animals, the plants, even the human body, works. Imam shows the power of Allah through these teachings. And what did Mufaddil do? He learned all these things and wrote a famous book called Tawheedul Mufaddal. So, through him, Imam showed that faith and science go hand in hand. Go ahead, find that book and let's see what's in that book, right? But hold here right now because I'm going to talk about more students. Yes, I'm going to talk about Zarura ibn Ayyan. He was the scholar of fiqh. He was a very loyal student and he really carefully learned about the Islamic laws. And he wrote down many of Imam's teachings about Islamic law. He was very careful in that. And then once he learned everything from Imam, then he helped organize Shia fiqh so people could practice Islam the right way. Thank you so much, Zarura. Now I am going to talk about the preserver of Hadith, Abu Basir. He was one of the trusted student of Imam alayhi salam, and From Imam, he learns about hadith and Ahlulbayt sayings, and he made sure the hadith of Ahlulbayt were remembered and passed down. And because of him, we still have many of Imam's words today. Now let's talk about the Quran teacher, Aban ibn Taghlib. He learned the correct way of reading Quran and the true meanings of Allah's book from Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam. And he became an expert in Quran recitation and tafsir. He narrated thousands of hadiths and spread Imam's knowledge to many people. There's so many students because if you remember, there were 4,000 students in Imam's school. But we cannot cover all in one video. So I'm going to just say a few more names and then I will leave up to you that if you find any other students of Imam, then please write down in the comment section so we can cover more students of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. And let's talk about Hashim ibn Salim. He was the defender of Imamate. And then there was Muhammad ibn Muslim. He narrated 40,000 hadiths. And then Al-Mumin Attaq. He was skilled in debates, like our young debater Hashim ibn al-Hakam, if you remember him. Through these loyal students, Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam spread both religious knowledge and scientific wisdom. He taught people to love Allah, to think deeply, and to search for truth. Imam Sadiq alayhi salam was not only the Imam of his time, he became the teacher of Islam and science for the whole world. And thanks to his students, his light of knowledge still shines for us today. And you know what? I want to share something personal with you. When I was in grade 11, one of my friends in chemistry class said, "Wow, I love chemistry. We can do so many experiments. It's so much fun." And I proudly reply, "Do you know why chemistry is so amazing?" And she was like confused. Look at, and I said, because of our sixth Imam, Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam taught chemistry to the world. Even today, we are still benefiting from his teachings. I was so proud at that moment. And kids, you should be proud too. Whenever you study science, math, chemistry, or any other subject, remember our Imam gave the world this knowledge. So learn with pride because every subject connects back to the wisdom of our Ahlulbayt. So once again, happy 17th Rabiul Awwal, and I will see you guys in our next video with some amazing stories of our Imam. Until then, take care and Allah Hafiz.